everybody. So I wanted to say a little bit of what I've been going on, what I've been doing and what's been going on for this past month. I haven't been on here in almost a month and a half now. I've been taking some time to myself. So yeah, long time no see. I'm sort of happy to be back on here. I still have some things to do with myself and do with my life. So everything's been kind of a crazy, how you say, nightmare. Trying to get everything together. I've been going through some medical issues, and it's it's good to see myself get back to normal and to do what I used to love to do. And I got a couple of advices from people that I call family and that I truly care for and love, that was telling me I should get back on my grind, that people should see something a little bit different from you. Like last year, I showed y'all what my biggest passions was, and I talked about it for as long as I can, and I used to go to school for it. Now, the reason why I stopped going to school for the things I was doing, which was cooking and makeup and stuff like that, because over the course of those years, it became a lot harder to pay for things and pay for the classes, pay for the tuitions and for the supplies and everything. And I got honestly be honest and say I didn't have the money for it. So fast forward to 2019, when somebody actually showed me that I can actually do things with very little bit of money. So going on social media was one of them. And learning how to get paid for what I do was going to be rough. I ain't going to lie. So I took some time off to myself to think about how I should do things and how I can get the audience attention. And YouTube has given me some ideas, which is the reason why I have to take this class that they offer me, which is how to come up with new ideas for what I like to do the most. So I do want to bring back my cooking and my makeup in here back to the surface and let y'all see what I like to do. I still have passion for it. It never died down. My passion for cooking never died down. Every now and then y'all might see a video too, of me cooking my meals throughout the day, or even if I don't cook, I go to the stores and I get it already made. So here's the thing, what I wanted to tell y'all is that I discovered a whole lot of markets and little stores, mom and pop shops that I didn't think existed here in New York, where I can go get something to eat that was healthy as well. And then I came up with another idea today, because I used to love to eat wraps, from chicken wraps to salad wraps and stuff like that, like vegan wraps. And at that time, when I was 19 years old, I didn't know I was eating all that. I didn't know it was a part of the vegan world, but it was so good. So I started indulging in it. And the only place I could find this type of stuff at was in Brooklyn and Manhattan. And I was paying for up to $20 a week for these foods. So that was my way of going broke, and I really didn't feel bad about it. So long story short, now that I found markets up here in the Bronx and I found prices a little bit cheaper, and it's easy for me to shop there because I could just walk there, I'm going to keep doing that, and I'm going to start doing more videos of it. And one person was telling me I should start recording myself in these markets, letting y'all know what I like to buy and what's available to us. I don't know how many people out here, actually does these type of things, or people in other states that have these type of markets. But if you do, let me know and give me some really good ideas of what to do next. So as of this week, I'm going to go food shopping, and I am going to record myself. I'm stopping to 3 different markets to let y'all see what's out here that's good for y'all, that's available, and that's cheap. And then let y'all know the favorite stuff that I like to buy, whether it's cheap or not, and how many times I buy it a month. So you could calculate the amount of money I'm spending every month. And the reason why I was laughing about it, because I used to overspend on these high-end supermarkets because they have the best things. Variety is what I love. So I found so many varieties of type of foods that I used to love to indulge in, and I ain't have a problem with it. My only guilt trip was the price. And when I get to that counter to pay for my stuff, that's the only thing I be feeling guilty about. Other than that, I don't feel guilty about the food that I buy, because it's better than getting the cheap frozen ones. And another thing I don't like that I see people do constantly on the basis is buy frozen foods, thinking that it's much healthier than the real thing and then the freshest thing, and it's not. Um, People go for quantity over quality, if that makes sense. Meaning, I like the quality of food and I like to buy a lot of it. But people out here like to buy a lot of what they think is the good quality thing, and it's not. Because who's to say you cannot gain weight off of frozen foods? I've seen a lot of people in my days gain so much weight over the course of 5 years over eating frozen foods because it's quick, easy, and it's convenient. I don't go for that all the time. And like I said, you could do quick and convenient, but make sure it's healthy and it's good for you. Always keep your eye on what you buy, because it's not always the best thing. It's like, yeah, you eat one good thing, but you overindulge. And I'm not being a hypocrite, because I used to do this years ago. Instead of buying frozen foods years ago, I was buying what I thought that was good too. It wasn't. Quick and easy meals that was easy to microwave and just eat. And fat like delis. Okay, delis might not be 100% unhealthy foods to eat, but you indulge in it a lot, meaning more than 2 or 3 times a month. Yeah, you get hooked onto it and you do, you know, gain weight. And it's a risk taker that you're doing, because take it from me, somebody who already had a pre-existing condition, diabetes, hypothyroidism, heart murmur, things like that. I didn't have high blood pressure, but I knew I was going to go down that road to getting high blood pressure and high cholesterol. But when I went to the doctor to check myself, I realized it wasn't it. My cholesterol level was fine. My blood pressure was always below 138, so it was kind of good. And the only time my blood pressure would go to 140, 144 the most is if I was stressed out or I was sick. And I was always feeling sick, so my blood pressure was up that time. But other than that, I wasn't doing what everybody else was doing. And I don't want to, make nobody feel bad or, judge me, anything like that. But that's just not fitting for me, and it's not good for me, knowing that I have health problems already. And my health problems started out with my pregnancies. So if I wanted to bounce back to normal and get myself back together, I couldn't indulge in anything like this. So long story short, I started to take a real good look at my body and myself and all my test results that I get back from my blood. And I'm starting to see that what I was doing was no longer working for me. And I had to do what actually works for me. And instead of listening to so many doctors that they know my body better than I do, I started listening to myself. And I actually started working with a reliable doctor and a reliable diabetes health specialist. I don't know how you say it, but I actually rely on them two the most, because they actually show proof that what they were saying was real. And they don't just tell me what to do and tell me how to do it, but they experience it themselves and they tell me their results, and they would ask me to try. They don't tell me what to do, they ask me to try it. So yeah, I took into consideration what they were saying, and I was trying everything they was telling me to do, and it does work. So I'm on a high fiber, low carb, low sugar diet, and I took on the vegan lifestyle because I feel like discipline is what I need. So discipline is what I'm putting on myself, and I feel 10 times better now than I did before. And I just want to try to ride along to my health journey, and I will start showing y'all pictures more and more as to how I look and the numbers. I can't screenshot my test results on my chart, but I will let y'all know in the comments below if y'all decide to interact with me on this journey of everything that I've been getting from my doctor and the test results that I've been seeing. And I'm not looking at my body anymore, but I'm looking at my numbers. And I always check my numbers every month. So that's just something I want to bring to the table and let y'all know this is what I've been doing for the past 2 months since y'all last seen me. And since March, the beginning of March was the last time y'all officially saw me and what I was doing. I wanted to let y'all know that as of April and May, things will be a little more difficult for me, but it's going to be busy and challenging for the best, because I need to learn a little more discipline. I need to learn how to get everything together and keep on track with that. And I had to admit that I was shameful about how I carried, this whole charade of a diet plan, and it didn't work. So now that I'm trying something brand new and I'm no longer relying on a bunch of people's for results or anything like that, or advices, so I'm doing everything myself with the help of, of course, with not 100% by myself, but with the help of my diabetes specialist. I'm starting to do things a little more different. So even though everything is not going to be on video, you're going to see pictures. And I hope that's good enough for y'all. So always keep watching my videos. Be patient with me. Have faith in me. That's all that matters. Is y'all have faith in me and patience. And just know that I'm doing what I need to do to take care of myself. And the peoples I've been meeting up with has been crazy, and some has been good, some hasn't been so good, but I'm good, and that's all that matters. So I'll see y'all later, and please like and subscribe. Keep following me, please.